Have you ever wondered why Psalm 23 has comforted millions for thousands of years? How a simple song, written by a shepherd boy, still carries the power to transform lives today? What if I told you that hidden in these verses lies the blueprint for peace, provision, and purpose, even in life's darkest valleys? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll discover secrets within Psalm 23 that could change your life forever. If you're ready to dive deep into this timeless wisdom, make sure to like this video, comment your favorite Bible verse, and subscribe to this channel for more life-changing content. Psalm 23 was written by King David, one of Israel's greatest leaders. Long before he was a king, he was a humble shepherd, a role that shaped his understanding of God. In ancient Israel, shepherds lived under constant danger, protecting their flocks from wild animals and thieves. For David, the shepherd's staff symbolized guidance and protection, just as he saw God's hand guiding his life. The psalm reflects this intimate relationship, portraying God as the ultimate shepherd who provides, protects, and leads. It's not just poetry, it's a declaration of trust forged in the wilderness. Psalm 23 verse 1, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." This powerful opening declaration reminds us that we are not alone. For many, this verse has been a source of peace when feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges. Take, for example, someone struggling with financial difficulties. When they are reminded that God is their shepherd, they find comfort in knowing that their needs will be met, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Throughout history, countless individuals have experienced life-changing transformations through the words of Psalm 23. Here are just a few inspiring stories. A soldier once shared how Psalm 23 gave him peace during the chaos of war. On the battlefield, amidst the sounds of gunfire and danger, he clung to the line, "I will fear no evil." For him, it was not just a verse, it was a shield of faith, a promise that God would not abandon him. It became his source of courage, even in the most terrifying moments. A woman diagnosed with terminal cancer found solace in the words, "He restores my soul." Her body was weak, but her spirit was renewed as she prayed through Psalm 23 each day. She found healing not just in her body, but in her heart and mind, as she leaned on God's presence during the most uncertain time of her life. Today, she is in remission, and Psalm 23 continues to be her life anthem. An addict turned to Psalm 23 when his life seemed beyond repair. The idea that God would prepare a table before him in the presence of his enemies gave him hope. It reminded him that even though his past was filled with mistakes, God was preparing something new for him, something better. Psalm 23 became his road to recovery, guiding him back to a life of purpose. "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." Psalm 23 verse 2. Did you know that sheep won't rest unless they feel completely safe? David is saying that God not only provides for our physical needs but also brings peace to our restless hearts. In a chaotic world, God invites us to pause, breathe, and trust Him to provide, whether it's food for our bodies or peace for our souls. Consider this. When we're overwhelmed by deadlines, pressures, and constant noise, Psalm 23 invites us to rest. The idea of lying down in green pastures is more than just physical rest. It's a call to disconnect from the world and reconnect with God. In today's world, finding moments of stillness is more vital than ever, and Psalm 23 provides a reminder of God's ability to grant us rest in our souls. We live in a world filled with uncertainty. From global conflicts to personal losses, there's no shortage of fear and anxiety. Yet Psalm 23 reassures us that no matter how dark life gets, God's presence is our comfort. "Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." It's a verse that has helped millions through times of grief, fear, and pain, reminding us that God's comfort is ever present. How often do we worry about the future? Whether it's financial struggles, career changes, or personal goals, we can become consumed by anxiety. Psalm 23 assures us that God will provide for our needs, just as a shepherd cares for the sheep. This verse isn't just about physical provision. It's a reminder that God will guide us to where we need to be every step of the way. "He restores my soul." Psalm 23 verse 3. Life can leave us feeling drained, but this verse promises renewal. The Hebrew word for restore implies bringing back to life, like reviving a dying plant. When we turn to God, He restores our brokenness and fills us with His strength. He doesn't just patch us up, He makes us whole. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Psalm 23 verse 3. Following God isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. His paths may be narrow, but they lead to life, purpose, and joy. And here's the key: it's not about earning His love, it's about reflecting His goodness. When we walk in His ways, we bring glory to His name. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Psalm 23 verse 4. This isn't just poetic imagery, it's a reality check. Life has valleys: sickness, loss, fear. But notice the wording, walk through. How many of us have faced loss, illness, or even the threat of danger? Psalm 23 has been a source of comfort for those grieving the death of loved ones, those undergoing surgery, and those battling depression. The promise that God is with us, even in our darkest moments, brings hope and healing. You're not meant to stay in the valley. And you're not alone. The shepherd walks with you, his rod and staff guiding and protecting you every step of the way. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Psalm 23 verse 5. God doesn't just protect you, He blesses you abundantly, even in the face of opposition. This verse is a reminder that God's provision isn't limited by our circumstances. He turns your struggles into testimonies, displaying His power and faithfulness for all to see. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Psalm 23 verse 6. In the original language, follow means to pursue. Imagine God's goodness and mercy chasing after you, never letting you go. No matter how far you stray, His love will always bring you back. Finally, Psalm 23 ends with a powerful promise. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 23 verse 6. This is not just a future promise, it's a present reality. Every time we read this psalm, we are reminded that we are already living in God's presence. We are never separated from His love. For many, this promise has provided the ultimate hope in moments of despair. The idea of dwelling in the house of the Lord forever is a reminder that no matter how hard life gets, we have an eternal home with God awaiting us. Psalm 23 holds the key to living a life of peace, provision, and purpose. When you truly understand and embrace the message of this psalm, it transforms how you approach every challenge, every joy, and every day. If you're facing a valley right now, whether it's a personal struggle, a fear, or a crisis, remember that you have a shepherd who is guiding you. Rest in His promises, and trust that He will lead you beside still waters and restore your soul. Psalm 23 isn't just a verse to read, it's a lifestyle to live. And today, you can start living that life. If Psalm 23 has touched your heart today, I encourage you to share this video with someone who might need it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more life-changing content that will help you grow in faith and live with purpose. Remember, the Lord is your shepherd, and with Him, you shall not want. Stay blessed.